In the previous lesson, we created such a simple geometry, and despite the fact that it is a simple geometry, we discussed a few interesting issues, and in this lesson, based on this sketch, we will create a 3D object. However, before we move on to this, I will say a few words about navigation in Fusion 360, but first click this icon. Select Preferences here and as Pan, Zoom, Orbit, Shortcuts, select SolidWorks. OK, so to rotate the view, press the mouse wheel and now we can rotate the view. When you press Ctrl and the mouse wheel, you can move the view in the working area, and by turning the mouse wheel, you can zoom in and out of the view. You can also use this navigation cube to set up views. By selecting, for example, a view from top, we will set up a view from top, and by clicking on the corner, we will set up in such a view. And these are the basics when it comes to navigation, that is rotating, moving, and zooming the view. And it will work the same way when we have a 3D object created. And to create a 3D object based on this sketch, select the extrude operation. The profile selection to extrude is active, select the rectangle, and now to add the extrusion of this profile, we can do it with this arrow. By dragging this arrow to the appropriate height, we can determine the length of the extrusion, but we can also enter a specific value of the extrusion in this window. Enter here, for example, 25 mm, or you can enter a specific value in this window. And here enter 15 mm, but here, when it comes to selecting the profile, if we wanted to make a solid without these holes, we can also select the geometry of these holes as profiles to be extruded. Then this solid will be full. And if, for example, you select too many profiles to be extruded, you can easily deselect it. Just click with the left mouse button on the profile you want to deselect. And when it comes to the extrusion operation, this operation is a bit more complex, we have more available parameters here. But at this stage of training, what you have just seen is enough, and click OK to confirm it, and thus, based on the 2D sketch, we have created a 3D solid. And that's where we'll end, and the link to all available lessons is in the description of this video.